The Aviva Stadium is sold out for this massive Irish derby. My name is Mark, let's talk rugby. Leinster versus Ulster. It's at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Saturday 1st of April, kickoff is 5:30 BST. Let's have a look at the two teams. So starting with Leinster, backs are Keenan, Larmour, O'Brien, Henshaw, Lowe, Ross Byrne and Gibson Park. Forwards, Porter, Sheehan, Furlong, Maloney, Ryan, Baird, Van der Fleer and Conan. Into the replacements then, McKee, Healy, Alatoa, Jenkins, Penny, McGrath, Harry Byrne and Frawley. Ulster team, backs, Lowry, Balakoon, Hume, McCluskey, Stockdale, Burns and Doak. Forwards, Sutherland, Herring, O'Toole, O'Connor, Treadwell, McCann, Timoney and Vermeulen. The replacements, Stewart, O'Sullivan, Tumanga, Allen, Sheridan, Ray, Cooney, Moore and Moxon. Okay, so team news then. No Sexton, Ringrose or Doris for Leinster. From what we're hearing is that Sexton has probably played his last game for Leinster, but if they're still in competitions towards the end of the season, I don't know whether they would risk him or not. That's going to be a call in terms of probably the Irish setup with the build up to the World Cup. It means that Byrne is in at 10 instead of Sexton, probably for the rest of the season. So I'm sure that they'll want to go deep in the competition, and it would be great to see Byrne getting some really big games under his belt ahead of the World Cup. There are a whole host of Irish players returning to the Leinster team. Whole new front row in Porter, Sheehan and Furlong. James Ryan into the second row. Baird, Van der Fleer and Conan into the back row. Maloney is the only forward to start from the team that played against the Stormers. As I said, Ross Byrne replaces his brother Harry at 10. He drops to the bench. Then we have Keenan, O'Brien, Henshaw, Lowe and Gibson Park all coming into the backs. Larmour moves to the right wing to make space for Keenan at full back. Ulster, not so many changes. They have Rob Herring and Stuart McCluskey coming back in from Ireland duty, and Alan O'Connor, Tom O'Toole and Rory Sutherland also coming back into the team. You can see as well that Doak has been preferred to Cooney at 9. I think Doak at the moment is probably playing the better rugby of the two, but having Cooney to come off the bench, with his experience and his ability as well to kick long range penalties and just all around play is a great thing for Ulster to have. How these two teams got here. So Leinster finished first in Pool A, win, did a double over Gloucester and Racing. Ulster started with, they finished 8th in Pool B, lost, win. Big loss against Sale to start, lost both games against La Rochelle, but kind of found, a spark of form really against La Rochelle as well. And then that win over Sale in the final round. They are one of only two teams who made the knockout stages with just one victory. Leinster at the moment are first in the URC. Ulster are third. They were second kind of around the time that the Heineken Cup started this year, dropped away, and then they're coming back strong now. Leinster are 4 times champions, 2009, 11, 12 and most recently in 18. Ulster were champions in 1999 and the first Irish province to do so as well. Leinster last year were runners-up to La Rochelle in the final. Ulster made the round of 16, lost to Toulouse by 1 point over 2 legs, and probably should have won that. They had the chances to do it, but again, at times there are question marks over Ulster when it comes to big games. Last time the two teams played in the URC, Leinster drew 22-all against Stormers at the weekend. Ulster won 32-23 against the Bulls. Yeah, so in terms of the teams, really, like as I said, it seems like Sexton has played his last game for Leinster, so it's all on Ross Byrne. That's a lot of expectation for him to bear on his shoulders. So we're going to see, can he shoulder that really over this game, and if they progress any further, and also in the URC as that heads towards the knockout stages as well. Lots of changes to the side, but the players coming in have been playing together for Ireland, so there might be a bit more cohesion there than you would expect maybe, when a team makes so many changes in one go. They were disappointed last year, and this year they kind of played like they've got something to prove. The winner here as well, they play Leicester, and judging by the third game between them and Edinburgh last night, the winner of this tie is probably going to be heavy favourites. So that's real motivation, I think, to either team to go for the win here. Ulster, they have rediscovered a bit of form, but this is a massive test for them. Never beaten Leinster in this competition, and sometimes they wilt a little bit on the big stage. If they win this one, I think it'll be a massive boost to them and could spark the belief that seems to be missing in them, on big occasions. So I think either team that wins this one is probably going to go deep into the competition.